This time around I'm going to try the very hard Southern Plains mission, which is mainly armor. I did a quick interlude where I tried the hard mission in Aleppo, but that is hellish town landscape, which I'm not in the mood for right now. Because it's going to be very, either fast-paced and hope you see the guys in time and get shot up, or it's going to be very slow, methodical pop-ups. I'm less keen for that right this second. So I'm going to try the very hard one, which you can also tune down the difficulty via the F10 menu to medium difficulty. So as Revenants of the Ulm regime have reformed 2 armored battalions, advisors of the 70th Armor Regiment are helping the newly formed army to establish defensive positions 20 kilometers south of here, but they need our fire support to buy them time and able to hold off the enemy armor. So Southern Plains, it's 185 for 20. And is that waypoint 5? And respectively waypoint 6 here. It's just over 20. Yeah. That looks to about be it. So, I took the rockets again, just in case there's some weird scenario where I need to use KOMs on tanks, which hopefully I don't, because, well, while, 2 direct hits with a KOM rocket should kill many a tank, it's risky, and I prefer not to do it. Okay, so that voice is a bit muffled, but I mean, don't know how real radios would sound like in that situation, but friendlies are holding the east-west line 3 kilometers north. I'm reading it because on the recording you might not be getting it the same as through my earphones right now. But it's saying, it had me take down the battle position for Khan Asabul, and it gave me those coordinates, which I just captured. Unfortunately, it is in decimals, so I can do that. Friendlies are holding an east-west line 3 kilometers north of the battle position. So friendlies are 3 k's north and east to west line. Enemy armored and mechanized forces in the, and PS, I am coming in from the north, more or less. So I'll be flying over the friendlies. Enemy armored and mechanized forces in battalion strength are advancing north towards own forces. Recon spotted north of battle position. Okay, so they're already slightly north of the battle position itself, which is now going to be my target point 1 that I just coded in. Main body of forces set up in an east-west line 5 kilometers south of battle position and further. Okay, so slightly north of battle position, everything south. ZD-23, SA-9, SA-19. Don't quite like all of those. Present in the area. SA-9, that's one of the Strela types. Find and eliminate enemy forces in order to halt with just one A. Their advance and give own forces time to strengthen position. Execution. Fox will assign targets. Find and eliminate their assigned targets and any targets of opportunity. Okay, so I'm clear to shoot at stuff, but I need to just follow roughly their guide of what to aim at. I'm going to recommend to Sithis just that you've got the option to repeat these messages as well. Turn difficult to medium. Fox Murder, we are ready for tasking. I've still got the option for Citadel as well, but I'm just going to say report ready for tasking. Okay, so that's the only option I got. Fox will assign targets, find and eliminate the assigned targets at any target of opportunity. Report ready for tasking. Roger, this is Fox. Suspected enemy Holding by the MSR. 209 for 7 Ks from battle position. Close enough, so I need to head towards the ERBL there. So I'm going to info on that and then say 2. If I remember correctly, they said that at this battle position already there are recons and scouts, so I need to arrest everything, turn off route mode, get serious. The wind, why am I so far out of trim? I don't believe they specified which weapon types I should be using. Do want to be eyes out though in case there's incoming fire. Mind you, want to pick up a bit of speed as well. Route mode is indeed off. Ooh, I don't like these orchards without scanning them. Okay, I'm still about 10 clicks out, so vehicles won't be able to reach either. Seeing as the battle position was that town, and I don't like that kind of detail, I'm gonna... well, amount of cover the enemy can take, given that that's there. They're said to have already been slightly north of that battle position. So I'm going to go a bit lower again. Go slightly wide around these orchards and then try and see it around towards where those APCs are, supposedly. Just use collective brake to set it to 8 meters. Rad alt. Putting a bird back on the stick just to help it. Add more collective, because apparently it was going too fast there. They did say they were an MSR, so getting a bit high, I need to go a bit lower again. I did just scan out those woods. When I get to the edge of this line here, that should mean that I'm about 6, maybe 7 Ks out. So hopefully that's already over this ridge, but out of range of the APCs, assuming they're only at the marked MSR. Slow down a bit and take a view. I can gain a bit of altitude, still be safe from Australias and such. I'm trying to get a better view from the hillside, looking a bit down. Can't quite see the road from here, and I don't want to head too much closer, depending on what there is. Coming up over that notch over there, that's not exactly what I want. Too high in case it's Trello or, you know, some of the sand takes a liking to me. Like that. Didn't get any laser warnings, that's obviously some kind of sand that locked onto me. So of course it's not the best sense to pop up at exactly the spot where the last impact hit. It's kind of asking for it, but meh. That's obviously not the thing that shot at me before. AP ammo just because I've got it to waste. Rifle on. What is that? I think those are BTR-82s, which means they got the nasty cannons, so I'm going to weed out one or two of them first with the rifles. And now I'm gonna go in a bit closer. See, now there's less of them to charge at me and shoot back. I can just use my cannon and not use all of my ATGMs. I'm assuming there's gonna be more enemy armor coming up. Hoping it's that SAM site I just took out of there was taking a shot at me earlier. I'm gaining altitude way too much. moving ground target on, that's good. You know what, I'm gonna try APMF first. I don't think it's gonna be effectual. I think I would need to use HE, but again, I like to get rid of my APMF if I can on targets where it's low threat and I'm not worried about losing him. Now watch, he's gonna be a dude just opposite the fridge. The belly is always the best tactic for the aircraft. You know, it creates a lot of sparks and thus, you know, interrupts heat seekers and such. It's the best thing ever. You should totally try it. Just ranging again. Those are BR-82s, they're a bit dangerous. They got the same cannon I do, or at least the higher velocity version, I think.
This is Fox. Good job. Report ready for cannon.
Lower gear.
This is Fox. Enemy AP.
Lower gear.
North over open ground. Approximate location. 2153. 9 kilometers. Fight and eliminate them.
EP215, 9 kilometers, okay. EP215, 9Ks. I was gonna blame hover mode there, but I went too low, so that's my fault. They're heading across the open. Possibly very close. Okay, I need to watch out for this. Might need a bit of speed. No laser warnings, at least. But that, however, was some kind of IR missile?
Doppler navigation system failure.
I think that was a singular scout. So I was probably hunting in the right area, but that was just a little distraction to mess with me. I'm not on fire, apparently.
Roger. This is Fox. Good job. Report ready for cannon.
Not in good health, but I will take one more task. Parameters are still holding up, AP channels still holding up. Oh, really? Hydraulics are still fine. Maybe my altimeter is shot. Yeah, I think the Doppler's out. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so putting on the hover mode killed my AP channels. Okay, that's fine. You know, I can work with that. Ooh, and because I don't have radio. Okay, so yeah, radio's dead. So that's why I can't report back for more tasking. So let me just get out of the hostile territory. See if I can do that. I don't know if I'll go through the full landing on that, but yeah, this has been quite interesting. It's refreshing seeing a few missions that aren't just, you know, go there, find a thing, kill a thing. Like the little Jeep sortie and such. I know that when I played the Crocodile Hunting Grounds, a slightly older version of this, which I'm sure that mission is probably still in there. When we did the museum mission there, we had to head in a very different direction. Okay, I think I've lost an asymmetric bit of my tail. As you can see by the amount of rudder input there, I need to keep her straight. And she's a lot harder to control now. We had to go and to find another mountainous village with a whole lot of forest and stuff around it, and then support friendly troops around there. Okay, obviously she does not like traveling at speed right now. Lot of wobble in that steering. Yeah, we had to support friendly troops around there and identify where they were, and they were very, very close to the insurgents. So there is a fair variety of missions, and you could do it with a fair variety of helos. is also recommended that you know, fly with a 2-ship or such, but I mean, you can do it with, I suppose, most attack helos. So, MI-24P, K-50, or H-64D when it comes out. And this particular very hard mission, you can also scale the difficulty to, you know, tune it down a little. But yeah, especially like this part, you know, if there was a second person to then do the scouting from another angle, you know, might have caught that BMP on the flank, BTR on the flank that clipped me. Or that a hair went back to find, and then I think I got clipped in the rear with a Doppler. I think I'm pretty okay by now in terms of safety. You see how to add your back, and then it does this when I try and trim out. Gain a little altitude. I'll leave the gear out for now, just in case weird things happen. Yeah, I'm not quite sure why this is a thing. I mean, my tail doesn't look that asymmetrically banged up. I'm not... It is better if you lose the whole tail. And at least this is the Shiji center of gravity shift forwards, not this, whatever this is. I'd sort of understand it if I lost one of the vertical stabilizers near the tail, but nope. This is traveling closer to 200 Ks, and it's crabbing through the air. That's weird. I mean, I no longer have the vertical stab, but it's still a very streamlined, sleek fuselage. So this is full rudder. That was full, okay. So yeah, that was also just... That was full right rudder and full collective, which is a mistake. But yeah, just trying to get it back into control, which doesn't... Yeah, I'm not sure how that works. Okay. Well, that's disconcerting. Hope you've enjoyed this, and check out the mission. If you want to check it out in the meantime, there's Croc Hunting Grounds, and depending on when this releases, whether Sithis has sort of updated it with latest feedback and released Apache Hunting Grounds. As I said, it's called Apache Hunting Grounds, but you can use it for the other helos. You can use it single or multiplayer. You know, get a bit of variety and attack helo missions. This is Volk. Enjoy. Oh, and check out the link in the description below for Sithis' YouTube channel. Cheers.